finally finished knitting this cardigan. Hello, I'm just a humble knitter, enjoying knitting as a hobby since 2018. I was working on this cardigan for about 2 months and I just finished knitting a couple days ago. So in this video, I want to talk about the pattern, the yarn, and how it was like to knit this cardigan. So I used the pattern for this sweater. It's a November jacket designed by PetiteKnit. I knitted this in size extra small. This is the yarn that I used. It's a Mungo by Retrosaria. It's 220 meters per 100 grams gain. I ordered 8 balls of this yarn and I ended up using about 6.5. So I still have a whole ball left after the project. Well, the reason is I knitted my jacket a little shorter than the pattern says. So if you have watched my other videos, you probably know already. But I was knitting this cardigan for my mom's birthday, 60th birthday. And I'm originally from Japan. My family is still live in Japan. And in Japan, 60th birthday is one of the big birthdays. And traditionally, 60th birthday, people wear red vest. But my mom was like, I don't want to wear a red vest. So instead of a red vest, I knitted a red cardigan. And my mom always wears cardigan. So I thought cardigan would be a more practical option for her rather than a vest. So this is the overview of the cardigan. Here's the back. It has 2 pockets, one here and the other one on the other side, right here. Okay, so let me share how it was like to knit this cardigan. So the construction wise, I would say it wasn't that hard. If you're familiar with brioche knitting, and also if you're familiar with reading a knitting pattern, and if you have knitted a sweater, I think it's not that hard. And the pattern is well written and easy to follow. One of the things that I liked about this pattern is there's not much of increasing stitches or decreasing stitches. So once you get all the stitches on your needles, you're pretty much ready to fly. So it was easy for me to take this project to a beach or take this project to a outside barbecue and stuff and just do a mindless knitting, not thinking about, oh, how many stitches do I have on my needles. This is the back of the cardigan. This is the neck, back of the neck. And when you knit this part from top to bottom, you increase stitches along the back of the shoulder. But after that, there's not much of an increase involved. Like after you worked on the back part, and then you pick up the stitches to knit a shoulder part for right side and left side. So you pick up stitches along the shoulder line, and then you just keep knitting without any increases. Same thing with the sleeves. Once you pick up the stitches around the armhole, you just keep knitting. You just keep knitting without any decreases. I think you could do decreases if you prefer a tighter fit, and I just followed the pattern for this, and the pattern didn't really call for decreasing for the sleeves. Okay, I would say one of the challenging part of this knitwear was, to me, it was a double knitting. So all the edges, for example, this front band here, or the pocket, the top of the pocket, bottom part of the cardigan, it's all done by double knitting. I had never done double knitting, and I didn't really make a practice swatch or like a small practice sample for double knitting. I should practice double knitting a little bit. My tension for the double knitting was not quite good. It's kind of embarrassing to show you because it doesn't look as clean or as neat as it should be. But so this front band is double knitting, but I think I had a tension problem a little bit on the very last stitch of the double knitting. On the edge, it doesn't look as straight or like an even tension as the rest of the knit stitches. It just ended up a little bigger compared to these ones. So I should have noticed my tension problem before I actually started knitting project. So this is something that I learned from this project. When there is a stitches or way of the knitting that you've never done but used in the knitting pattern, I will probably practice a little bit just to see how my stitches look before I actually see them on the project itself. In that way, I can be aware of my tension problem and stuff like that. And still, I'm not quite sure how to get those edges clean when you're doing double knitting. So if you know any tips, please let me know in comment. That'll be very helpful for my future project. Okay, so that's my thoughts about knitting this project. Let's see how it looks when you actually wear it. Ding! It's a very classic design, so I think it's gonna be a staple in your wardrobe. I think this cardigan will look good without the pockets, but I'm happy to have something that you can throw random stuff. Another thing that I want to mention about the cardigan is the arms are quite roomy. That's it for this knitwear review. Since I knitted this cardigan for my mom, I'm thinking about making another video including her comments, but I don't know when that happens. I don't know when I can go back to Japan again, but hopefully soon. So stay tuned by subscribing this channel. And I sometimes upload some photos of my current knitting project on Instagram, so please check out my Instagram too. Thank you for watching the video today, and I will see you in next video. Bye!